It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Taken down.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Colts first down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he comes back with one complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down
from the red zone now. Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
11-yard line.
On second down and 4. Jackson, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
That's good.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down now. It's Coleman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
He's
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throw left side complete. It's Jenkins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Morris. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And a shotgun snap for Watson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
7. Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson, off play action. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Colts 14. Bengals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Taking on the midfield logo. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. To throw is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21, Bengals 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Now this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
For the extra point.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
21-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Going for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
The kicker on for.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. And it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action with Jackson. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. 10.
All you gotta do is
and
make
he
it
will
up.
bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Colts 35. Bengals.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
That's good.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 20-yard line.
Again, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That ball complete to Isabella. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run is off for 29 yards.
First down, Colts.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Just go to the no hesitation, don't try my patience.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati.
42.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, throw left side complete. It's Jenkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
5-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw again is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches with approval, but...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Coleman. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Here's Watson. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Complete to Odell Beckham Jr.
A huge play that time for the Colts. 45 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for the Bengals TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick-6. But look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch. But
Odell Beckham Jr. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 55, Bengals 40.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
Coleman, the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for his wideout. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Bengals 40.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.